Hello, good evening. Welcome back. Welcome back to One Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, uncles and aunties, future husbands, future wives, and professional heartbreakers watching me now, welcome. This is One Podcast. Do you know? Do you know people love to say marriage is not a bed of roses? And honestly, they are right. Because at least with roses, you get a little beauty, maybe even a soft touch. Marriage, on the other hand, sometimes is a thorn, sometimes it's sandpaper, sometimes NEPA will even take the light while you are arguing. So the question is, why do you need counseling before marriage? Why do you need counseling before marriage? Now let me tell you, okay. It's because love makes people blind. Love makes people blind. You hear that many times. You know, when you fall in love, you become blind. But when it comes to marriage, marriage will restore your sight. And not just ordinary sight, you know what I mean? Like, oh no, marriage gives you a microscope, telescope, and CCTV camera combined vision. Like it give you that microscope, give you the, you see the visions become like your eyes will open. Suddenly you start noticing things you never saw before. Remember, say love makes you blind. But once you get married, your eyes will open. That cute habit of leaving socks on the floor. You put your clothes on the floor, it be mixed up everywhere. You start noticing that it's not cute anymore. Because when it start becoming a habit, it's happening every day. It's not cute anymore. That little snore you thought was romantic, snoring like, you thought it's romantic. Now it sounds like a faulty generator during fuel scarcity. 40 generator during fuel scarcity. That's the way your snore will start sounding like. You start irritating her. You start irritating the other person, your partner, you start irritating them. Start kicking you. When you guys were in courtship, when you was like dating and all that, everything, love was there and all that. You can sleep, snore, even like aeroplane, snore like trailer. They will just maintain everything is fine. They will sleep like baby. But once you get married, that your snore becomes a problem now because they start telling you that it's not like a generator. It's 40 generator, the 40th generator. Do you understand? Dating, my friend, is like Photoshop. Everybody looks smooth, flawless, glowing. But marriage, marriage is the raw, like the raw thing, unedited, 4K, high definition version of it. Counseling is the manual. You should do what to read before downloading the full app. Because if you don't read the manual, one day you wake up and realize, you thought you were getting the free trial, but you accidentally subscribed for what? A lifetime premium. That's the way it goes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because love makes you blind. Love makes you blind. What are we talking about this evening? Why do you need counseling before marriage? You can say, you can just ask it, do you need counseling before marriage? Why do you need counseling? So why do you need counseling before marriage? The line is open. I would like you to call me, or you can put on the comment section your thought. The number is on the screen, +44 744 982 3876. That's the number to call. You can put on the comment section your thought and your opinion if you don't want to call. I will read them out. Okay. Now the line is open. If you call now, it will go through. The line is free. Call one on now on +44 744 982 3876. Call now. The line is free. The line is open. You can call me now. You go through. Okay. Let's crack on. So why do you think, what do you think about that? Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
I think the topic we are discussing is one of the interesting topics, and I'm delighted in sharing with you this evening. And I think counseling is very important, especially when it comes to marriage, as you said.
Mhm.
That marriage is a lifetime covenant thing.
Yeah.
You really need a guide, you need a guideline or a guideline
Mhm.
that will put you through so that you will know what you are subscribing. Let
Yeah.
me use your word, subscribing,
Mhm.
so that you will not be disappointed long run. So, for my own little way, I think one of the reasons why we need counseling before marriage is to understand what marriage is all about.
Yeah.
Because marriage is a lifelong covenant.
Mhm.
So, if you don't really understand what it is, having a strong foundation about it will be a very difficult one, because we really need to understand how to manage it. What do I mean? There are spiritual things that are involved in marriage. There are challenges that will come on the basis of the spiritual aspect. There are challenges that will come on the basis of emotional. And if you don't really know what is involved, you see that you may be over. I would like to say is overwhelmed by the challenge that
Mhm.
comes to it. So you really need to pick a counselor. A counselor will talk to you about what is involved.
Mhm.
Because you see that at the altar they say for better and for worse.
Well,
So
mhm.
on the worst part of it, these are the things expected. On the better side of it, these are the things that are expected, so that you will balance every of your emotion and your spiritual thing regards to the marriage.
Okay.
I don't know if you're getting what I'm
Yeah, I'm
saying.
getting what you're saying. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. So without proper understanding, building a strong foundation of marriage, you see that at long run you may get disappointed. Another one is you see, too many people have a lot of expectation when they want to go into marriage.
Mhm.
They have a lot of baggage of expectation. So a counselor will let you know that it is not so. Cut your expectation. Cut your expectation. Because if not, when you go into marriage, you'll be disappointed, so or certainly. Your expectation may not be what you want, and there is no way you will run out of it. So
Okay.
counselor will help you to understand that we will go with an open mind,
Mhm.
not with full of expectation.
Mhm.
And then lastly, in my own point, A counselor will help you to know that communication is the basis of a strong foundation in marriage.
Okay.
Communication skills,
Mm-hmm.
communication skills, listening,
Mm.
listening,
Yeah.
kind of thing. How to express your feelings
Yeah.
and how to resolve disagreement in a healthy way. If you are not being tutored, you see that emotion may carry you,
Mm.
and before you get your landing you may not have a soft or safe landing. It will affect your marriage.
Yeah.
You start falling. So a counselor will help you to understand that as you want to enter into a marriage, you have to give your communication skills. Have time to listen to your opponent or your partner.
Mm.
Have time to express your feelings. Have time. You have to manage situations,
Mm-hmm.
disagreement, so that you have a healthy marriage.
Yeah.
So from this little point of view, I think going for counseling before marriage is very vital.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, the line is the vacant now. You just vacated the line. So if you call, you still go through. Okay. All right. He pointed, he touched a lot of things. A lot. But what you have to understand is that a lot of Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians don't like counseling. A lot of them don't like counseling because they think that it's for Igbo, it's for white people, for people who have got mad, people that are maybe like mentally deranged or something like that. But guess what? You need counseling. In fact, before marriage, counseling should be compulsory. It should be compulsory like NYSC. You go in for NYSC. If you fail counseling, you should be posted back to your father's house. That's the way it's supposed to be. Like I said earlier, people always say that marriage is not a bed of roses, right? And I said earlier, they are right. Because if it was like, like that, you just see the flowers, fragrance, everything like soft mattress instead. What do you actually get? Marriage is just like bed of most of them are bed of wahala. Sometimes it comes with thorns. And that's the reason why you need counseling. Okay? Think about it. Let me just analyze this. Okay. Before you drive a car, you take driving lessons, right? Before you operate heavy machineries like all that, you get training. Before maybe you think you can operate think about it, you want to operate a whole human being, a human for life. I mean, like with zero manual. You didn't do any, no training, nothing. You think like, you know what I mean? Zero training, nothing. My friend, marriage is the heaviest machinery ever invented. Ever, ever. As in like, is oh my God. Is I don't know how to explain it. I don't really know how to explain it. And that's the reason why we're still asking this evening. Why do you need counseling before marriage? Simple. Because love makes you blind. And marriage restore your sight. That is it. They always say, that's it. You come in, you fall in love, you overlook a lot of things. You ignore most of the red flags. You see a guy shouting at the waiter, insulting his mother on the phone. You still be like, oh, he's just passionate. That's as the relationship phase, right? You guys went to the restaurant. You're waiting for the waiter to come. He's shouting at the waiter, making a lot of fuss. People are watching you guys making a lot of scenes and all that. When he's talking with the mommy on the phone, insulting his mom and all that on the phone, and you still be like, it's okay. Then marriage comes. Suddenly you have what? 2020 vision. And now the same person has turned to aggression. And now what do you do? You start turning to googling. Can I return husband after 7 days? It's not like that. It's not, it's not that easy. Because most of those things at the time you got like at their courtship, when you guys like dating, you saw a lot of those red flags. You saw some of them things, because you are in love. You are in love and you're blind. You understand what I mean? That love makes you blind. You overlook some of those things. But when it gets to marriage, that's why your thing will come up. Your eyes will open. So basically, counseling is what? It's the optician. It gives you the glasses to see the cute little habits. It's actually a long time nightmare. Those things you overlook, it's going to give you headache at the long run. And that's the reason why. And that's the reason why. Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, good evening.
If I want to make my own contribution on the topic,
Yeah.
I'm very, very glad when I saw the topic about marriage counseling. At least marriage counseling in a marriage is very, very necessary. And if I may use that word, it's very, very mandatory for any couple or any group of people
Uh-huh.
trying to come together as husband and wife to
Yeah.
undergo the counseling because it do help. You understand?
Uh-huh.
Because anybody that is doing any business without learning the business or without giving yourself in a tutorial for you to master the business you will not know the hook and corner, or you will not, it's not going to work well.
Uh-huh.
Likewise, marriage.
Yeah.
Like you just mentioned earlier, that we Africans we feel that marriage counseling is for the Western world. That's why you see a lot of misunderstanding. But I may say that marriage counseling is very, very important because let me use myself as a case study. Since I was seeing when I was in a relationship or when I wanted to marry, it's not what I'm seeing when I go into marriage. But due to
Uh-huh.
counseling, I undergo when we are about to marry
Yeah.
helped me a lot because character differs. But it's true that in that counseling that you'll be tutored or you'll be counseled or you'll be tell a lot of things how to, because remember that these two different people
Uh-huh.
coming together
Uh-huh.
to live for forever, so that some of the women or some of the men do hide their character in courtship. So in that counseling there will be a time maybe you wanted to do this or you wanted to eat your your favorable food and your wife maybe due to her condition or she feel tired or feel somehow that maybe once you come back she tell you honey this that please. But if you did not undergo that marriage counseling, because in that counseling they will tell you you will not speak on all, there are some you will let go, understand?
Uh-huh.
So in that, when you see that your wife, what you need to do, you just smile and go out and do that thing you want to do. But if you did not undergo that marriage counseling, you will try to bring that power torso that I'm the head. Whatever I say must be carried out. In that marriage counseling, they will tell you in a home
Mm.
it's 50-50. The right you have is the right your wife has. So you try to be considerate to balance the situation. So let me not take much. In a nutshell, it's very, very vital and essential for a couple to undergo that marriage counseling. It do help. It do help
Okay.
because, like you said, anything if you want to move a car now without fuel, will the car work?
No.
The car will not go. So in marriage, when you go that counseling, there are some things either the priest or your pastor or your counselor will let you know that you will live not holding them on your shoulder as the man of the house or the woman of the house. So in a nutshell, marriage counseling is good. Any couple that wants to grow. In that marriage counseling, when I was doing my own, the person casting us told my wife, because my wife have not gone to market before. She told her and she just give her small examination on how to prepare it, and she gave her amount of money to go to market and buy orally. So there are some she did correctly and some she did not do correctly. But in that counseling, she was directed, and today she's helping. So brother, marriage counseling is good. Don't
Okay.
know whether it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, got it. It did make a lot of sense. Right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for your call. All right. The line is still vacant. If you call, you go through. Okay, like what he even like you can call on what I just said earlier. I said that the marriage is heavy machinery. Before you drive a car, you take lessons. You go for driving lessons. Before you fry puff puff, maybe you test the oil if it's okay. But somehow people think they can operate a whole human being without training. Marriage, I said it, is a heavy machinery, as in like equipment, big equipment that you need to training. So if you press the wrong button, explode. It's come like explosion straightly, immediately. That is the problem. So counseling is just the manual, the user manual. It tell you what to do, where to operate, what to touch, how to, if you press the wrong button, what to do to reverse it and all that. You understand? And that's the way I said earlier, many Nigerians, some of them, they don't they don't really like to hear counseling. And some of them, some Nigerian men, they don't even read, they don't like even like reading manuals. I'm talking about manuals. That's why you see if you go to so many houses, you can see the remote battery, the back cover. The back cover is what? It's missing. You got the remote, you check the back cover here. If you go to some of your friends' houses, go and check, you see that they are missing. Why? Because most of them don't care. They don't really care about reading the manual, how to like. Do you understand what I mean? It's just, I'm just giving you an example. If they can't manage remote control, how would they manage their wife? And that's the problem. And that's the issue. Affected a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of us, many guys. It's affected. And that's why, because it's good for you to go for counseling. They are the counseling. They will like tell you one or two things you need to know. You understand? Also in counseling will expose the secret realities. The secret realities. I mean that the real reason people fear counseling is that it reveals what the truth. It will bring out the truth. And the majority of we are Nigerians, even those in diaspora, sometimes I love them. They don't like the truth. Don't like the truth. For example, during counseling, the pastor or whoever that is counseling you guys, they will ask some of them time, they will ask a question. Do you have a debt? Do you have debt? And then you see that the guy will be sweating or the lady will be sweating like NEPA took light, as if maybe there's no light. Even the AC will be there, but they were sweating. And they will ask you, do you plan to support your wife career or your husband career? And the guy will whisper, support. I thought she was just here to cook and pray. I thought she was just here to cook and pray. Those are some of the questions they ask you. Because the counseling will reveal things. It will reveal things like you see that Mr. Spiritual is only spiritual when there is free food at the church. That's when he's most spiritual. Once you get out of the church, you'll be surprised that are you sure it's still the same Mr. Spiritual? You understand? Counseling will reveal all of that. That your babe who says she doesn't care about money. You know, some women, they will tell you that at the beginning. I don't really care about money. Actually, what she meant was about her own money. Her own money is not about your money, because your own money. I mean, you, the husband to be, your money is going to be what? Community property. They will use their own money to settle the family, everybody around, everybody. Any issue that comes around is your own money. So her own money is not involved. You understand? So counseling will do what? Will reveal that. Will bring that open. Because there are some ladies that still have that ideology. They still have that, you know what I mean, mentality that yes, that's the way it's supposed to go. Their money is their money. So your own money is gonna be like everybody money. Their money, once you get to their own money, no touch, don't touch it, don't even get close to that. During counseling, all of that will come, everything will be open. And that's the reason why some people, they run away from it. They don't like to go for counseling. And whenever you talk about counseling, they get in what? Get mad. They're looking for a way to run away from it. You understand? And another reason, one of the major reasons as well, people, they don't like counseling. And one of the major reasons why you should need, you have to like, if you are getting, if you're planning to get married, that you should go for counseling is because of family wahala. I mean, the family satire, family issues. Because you shouldn't forget at all. In Nigeria, why when you marry someone, you are not just marrying them, you are marrying their entire ancestral lineage, right? Let me say it again. I don't know about other countries, right? In Nigeria, when you marry someone, you are not just marrying them. You are marrying their entire ancestral lineage. I mean, you are marrying the whole of their family. So during counseling, we should they will like, you should include models like how to survive your mother-in-law inspection, like inspection visits. During counseling, they will have to like tell you that how to survive. Your mother-in-law inspection visits. There are some mother-in-laws they will just unannounced, they will pop in. You know that, right? Even some of them they will come when you have a child. They will like do what? Inspect. Some of them, one of our podcasts we talked about this. Some of them are like FBI. Even they are even better that they will like monitor everything that is going on there. They will know everything. So during counseling, they will tell you on how to manage that. And that's the reason why some people they're finding it difficult. They're having issues in their marriages, in their homes because of that. Sometimes you see the wife always argue or fighting. Maybe they talk. I mean, like loggerhead with their mother-in-law because of what? Some of them are not prepared. They don't really know what to do. They are not ready for that. During the counseling, they will like you as well. I'll tell you how to handle your uncles who will visit you for school fees. Even though even though you just got married last week. You just got married last week. They'll pop in. Some of them, they'll come and then tell you their problem, family issues. Their schools, their children, they need school fees. They need some money. They are not coming to tell you, maybe like congratulate you about you're married and all that. Your marriage, everything was successful. No, they're coming now. Because you're married, they think you have a lot of money. Also, and most times they don't really go to the man, they will go to the wife. Because they know sometimes some women they are easily to convince. So they'll go through their wife. So during counseling, they will tell you how to handle those kind of uncles. You understand? And that's one of the reasons why it's usually that. And the one that isn't affecting everybody, even me included, some other people around that don't know about you. You understand? How to politely refuse your cousin's goat as a wedding gift without starting village war. You know that some people they have a wedding. The gift, they come bringing those gifts. Some of them, they will bring gifts. Sometimes you really tell them that you need money, that they shouldn't buy some stuff that you already bought, those kind of things. If they want to give you a gift, they just you need the money. They should just give you the money. Some people they do that, and then some of them they will still bring good stuff they don't want. Also, there are some people they don't know how to say no. They don't know how to refuse. They don't know how to refuse, no matter what. They don't know how to say no to someone. You understand? And during counseling, you see that they will teach you, tell you what to do, and all those kind of things. Because let's face it, your in-laws can make you break your marriage. I mean, like they can make you or they can break your marriage. That's the way it goes. And some homes, some Nigerian mothers, in-laws, I mean, like they don't need deliverance. They are deliverance themselves. They will come and deliver you in the house. You'll be like, some of them when they come to your house, when they visit you, when they're going, you will never be the same again. You will never be I mean, like you will be changed. Some of the words they will tell you, some of the things they will leave. I mean, like you'll be delivered, you'll be changed, you become a changed person. You understand? So if you are not conversant, if you don't really like go to counseling and realize that this is normal, this is something that ultimately happens in a family, happens in marriage, because when you marry your husband or marry your wife, you marry the family too. That's the way it goes. So some people will take it to heart, and then it become an issue, become a very big problem, become a very big problem. What are we talking about? Why do you need counseling? People have called earlier, they've highlighted it. Somebody saying that maybe some ladies that maybe some of them that have never like don't know really know much about that. Then during counseling, there are a lot of things that we teach them. There's a lot of things that we tell them. Maybe how to like take care of their husbands, how to take care of the home and all that. They will teach them that. There are some of the women that are also career, some of the career women, and some of them because of they are boss already in at their workplaces. Some of them they are CEOs or something. They have people under them, and then they like in a situation where they handle project and all that. They control a lot of men. I mean, talking about men, big men, and they are already earning a lot of money, and now they want to get married. Do you understand? It's gonna be difficult sometimes in order for them to like be a little bit like submissive or being humble to their husband, because some of them, if they without counseling, they will still bring that bossy attitude at home, forgetting that they are not at work. When they get home, they're supposed to leave all of that at the door. Or if they don't know, if someone didn't tell them, if they didn't go for counseling, and they just like jump into other marriage, you see that they find it difficult. There'll be a lot of issues because there'll be a lot of like battle. What I'm talking about is about power struggle in that marriage. You understand? So who is going to be the man? Who's going to be the woman? Because it's going to be that struggle. Who will lead? And leading is going to be a problem. And that's the reason why when they go for counseling, when they go for counseling before marriage, during there they will tell you everything. Everything. They will tell you, let you understand that work is different from home. Work is work. Home is another different thing. Home is family, and there are rules and regulations in home, which as a woman, you need to respect your husband, and the husband needs to respect to the wife. The same way. It's not like being bossy, trying to like influence, maybe like intimidate or trying to like, you know what I mean, being bossy or something like that. That is it. They will tell you that. You understand? Also, during, you know what, when you counseling, they would ask you some uncomfortable questions because there it forces you to ask questions you would never dare ask during dating. When you're dating someone, in most cases, you don't want to lose them, right? You don't want to lose them, and there are some questions you will not like to ask them. You not like to ask them. Then during counseling, they will give you the opportunity. They open the floor for you guys to ask questions. So now you have the opportunity now to ask those uncomfortable questions. Okay, like, do you snore like a generator, or do you snore like an aeroplane? You can ask that kind of question because they gave you the opportunity to ask the question without malice, without any judgment or anything. You're just gonna ask the questions now. Do you believe in joint accounts or offshore Panama accounts? You ask that question. How many children do you want? 2 or 4? And then some people will say to you, if as God provides, that's a code for 10. That means they don't have any limit. They keep on giving, burning, and like delivering kids anyhow they want. You ask those questions during counseling. Sometimes you see some people maybe like they use the opportunity as well to ask, do you squeeze toothpaste from the middle or from the bottom? Because that's how war. I'm talking about what war starts at home. Who finished this toothpaste? Why do you press it in the middle? You're supposed to press it from down. What? That's where the war starts. Then sometimes they will, maybe that's what their own problem is. They will ask that question immediately during the counseling. You understand what I mean? So without counseling, you will just enter into marriage like you are downloading an app without reading the terms and conditions. You just jump into there without all of that, without reading the terms and conditions. So the next thing, boom, you realize that the app is what is draining your battery, it's finishing your battery and everything, and using all your data because he didn't read it, he didn't know, he didn't go to the so I mean like the reviews and all that, know what you are downloading. You just downloaded it just like that. But counseling would like open your eyes. It will tell you to read the terms and condition, read the manual, check it properly, do check the reviews. Then you know that that app will like drain your everything, drain your battery and all that. You use all your data. So you will just do what? Avoid it in peace. That's what counseling does. During the counseling sessions and all that, within that period, I don't know how many sessions you're gonna have. You will see that your eyes will open. Then you realize that maybe what I was thinking is not what I'm seeing here. I don't think I can like cope with this. This is not really what I expected to see, and that's what problem is because a lot of people they jump into marriage without counseling, and through that they're having issues. And some of them they will jump in, and then before long they jump out again straight away. And that's why we stay asking, why do you need counseling? Do you need counseling before marriage? And many people have called already. The line is still open. You can call me, or you can put on the comment section your own thoughts. What do you think? What do you think? That's what I'm asking. Because we majority of we Africans. I'm Nigerian, so most times you see that I always talk about Nigerians, right? See that Nigerian denial, they are 5 and 6. Because if you look at the controversial part of the stuff, Nigeria, they hate counseling because we believe prayer is enough. When they ask them about, tell them about, listen, you need counseling, or they say to you they've prayed. God have already answered their prayer. Because that's what they believe, that prayer is enough. So they what? Why should they spend their money or start going for counseling? You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Prayer is powerful. I always say it. It's powerful. Every one of us, we need prayers. One way or the other. You pray. But prayer won't teach you the conflict resolution. What the gentleman, when he called, he talked about conflict resolution. Prayer will not teach you that. You can pray in tongues all you want. You can do that. It won't stop your wife from quarreling if you eat her meat in the pot. If you didn't seek her consent first and go and open the pot and put your hands inside the meat and then take it, you get mad. Prayer will not solve that. That's a common sense. Do you understand what I mean? Prayer is powerful. Don't play with it. But there are limits. There are things that you need common sense. And some of those common sense, you get them through counseling. Okay? You see that some churches, they do premarital counseling, right? Some of them, they do that. But let's be honest. Half the time, most of them is just they're just telling the woman, submit to your husband. You need to submit to your husband. Always focusing on the woman. Submit to your husband. Cook, serve, do this, do that. You need to submit. Meanwhile, nobody is counseling the man, like the men on how to not to be village dictators. Majority of them churches, you see that. Some of the women, when they come out, they feel, I don't know, they feel like maybe they've been ambushed. Okay, that everything was just all about them. They just overlook the men because maybe the men are the ones bringing a lot of money, right? When they give when they give their tithe, is in, you know what I mean, is huge. So pastors don't want to maybe they will not like to make them angry. They don't want to upset them. So they focus in most time on the women. And majority of what they're saying is all about submit to your husband. It's all about submit, submit, submit. Okay. And then they'll let the men, they go free. And some of them, they will then go home. Now they become village dictators. Okay. You understand what I mean? And that's where the problem is. That's what the problem is. And it's affected a lot of people. What are we talking about? Why do you need counseling before marriage? Why do you need counseling before marriage? Right? You have to understand some. Without counseling, people enter marriage like is a Netflix try. I always use Netflix. Sorry about that, but I don't know. It's easier for me to understand. Okay, hopefully you understand that as well. It's like a Netflix free trial. Okay, they think if maybe if it doesn't work, well, they will cancel it. If it doesn't work, they will cancel it. You understand what I mean? So because it's just Netflix, you can wake up one morning and cancel it without knowing that there is no unsubscribe button. Once you marry, you married, they give you the certificate. There's no unsubscribe button. You cannot just go and wake up and just cancel it. No, there's no 30-day money back guarantee. It's not there. The only trial period is that engagement phase. That time you guys are going for counseling. That during the time you guys are like dating and all that. You can wake up, say you don't want anymore. Then you walk away. Block her phone number. Block her on WhatsApp. Block her on all the platforms. And then change your address. Maybe change church so that he or she will not see you again. That's the only thing you can do. But once you sign the contract, it's crazy. And also, don't forget how it's in Nigeria, man. When the aunties when they bought all the ashebi, what are you talking? You are trapped. Once they go all the ashebi, you are trapped. There's no way you're going to tell them that you want to cancel the wedding. It's crazy. You can't do that. So that is where it is. So it's not free. There's no free trial. It's not like a free trial. No. And that's the reason why you need the counseling. So you go for counseling, they open your eyes. You see a lot of things, all the things we're talking about, we're discussing all that. All of it. All of it. As we're rounding up, I want to let you know something, okay? Many people, many guys, ladies, some of them that wants to get married. Some of you wants to get married. And then you have to understand something. Marriage is the only institution where they give you certificate first and the lessons afterwards. And that's the reason why you need counseling. Counseling is the only cheat sheet. Counseling will be just give you that expo, all the expo that you need. You know, the small expo before the final exams. Counseling will give it to you. You understand what I'm saying? So my own gentle advice is that if your partner refuses to cancel, if he refuses to go for counseling and all that, you know, maybe they're hiding something. If you have opportunity, run. Or at least delay the wedding until you find out what is it that they're hiding. Those small things they're hiding. He says maybe it says there's a side chick, or maybe there's a second wife somewhere, or maybe there's a child somewhere. Maybe all those stuff you have to find out if they refuse to go. Because there are a lot of people already did that made the mistake not to do it. Until today, tomorrow, they're still like regretting because they're having issues. Well, those issues will be something that they could have they could have handled during the counseling stage. That's what they should maybe like. Had even they went for counseling, all of those things would have come out. They would have known everything. Maybe they would have like bail. Maybe they would maybe not go ahead with the wedding and all that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you're not married yet, and you're planning to do that, make sure that as you're saving the money, you're putting money for the hall, Ashebi, the DJ, the 7-story, the high rise cake, and all that. Just make out a little bit of money, bring out some more little money for counseling. Go for counseling. Both of you just take your wife or take your, well, both of yours. I mean, like two of you should go for the counseling. Go. That little time, it might be the best thing, the best investment that you made in your life, because there's problem. The issue that you will avoid in life is that if you got the wrong person with you, it will drain your life, it will draw you back, it will mess you up. So in order to avoid that, go for counseling. You know, I mean, like, you not regret it. I mean it. You will not regret it. Okay. That's it. That is it. That's all for today. That's all for today, my people. Remember, love is sweet, but marriage is like Nigerian jollof rice. Okay. You need the right, recipe, or else it will burn. If you don't have the right recipe, you mess it up. You understand what I mean? So get counseling before you say I do. Because if you don't, you still get counseling. Definitely. Maybe this one's gonna be what, therapy after heartbreak. It's same counseling, the same. It's different counseling. You understand what I mean? So please don't forget to share the program to your contacts. Let other people know what you're doing here. Okay. On that note, I'll say to you, thank you for tuning in. God bless you. I mean, your in-laws not be your enemies. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend.